Welcome, Sojourners. You have found yourself a cozy place here at Sojourners Awake. I'm Jonathan, and this is our production of The Bookish and the Brave. In this most recent episode, we highlight the story of Sterling, how he came to Boshin, how he came to Baldtop Library, and his history with the mysterious organization called the Delvers. The Delvers exist on the borderlands of Waterworld and the plain of Bonsaro. Within the region of Neptunia, they operate in the military city of Marantorn. And here in this episode, we discover what happened to Sterling. And so for now, our story continues. As winter settles in, the surf of the Mauve Ocean crashes against the black rocks. Upon the black rocks, Baldtop Library sits as a citadel and bastion of knowledge, wisdom, and truth. The lights flicker in the fading sun, and soon enough, night begins to fall. The scent of orange blossoms near the Orange Blossom Gym rise slowly and filter throughout the citadel. A window is cracked open in your dorm, allowing in the salty air and the darkness from the sky. Your feet begin to itch within your dorm, and soon enough, you find yourself outside in your natural environment, walking around Baldtop Library. Students have all begun to retire in shift. Though late into the night, there are scribes burning by continual flame, and even candle and firelight, studying and raking over thousands and thousands of letters and pages. A few minstrels break out into a spontaneous song. And in the distance, you can hear the grunts and the groans of the Orange Blossom Gymnasium come to a close as sore muscles close out for the day. And there they are, your family, constellations, all winking back at you, reminding you of part of who you are. And Sterling, as you walk around this dark night where the moon is pale and low on the horizon, how do you appear, and to where do your feet wander?
So Sterling's in his kind of common clothes. He wasn't on official duty, so he's not out in his bookends robes. He's got his beard kept short still, but it's swaying gently to the breeze. His skin is crisp, as it always is in the nights when it's a little cooler, and the water on his skin just kind of freezes just a little bit, kind of refreshing on his skin and his bald head. His feet are wandering. He heard the grunts and groans, and he's not much one for physical exercise, but he did smell that sweet sea breeze, and his feet are leading him in that direction. He's paying attention to what's going on around him. He's always very perceptive of the people and the kind of what they're doing, always on kind of guard to make sure that he's catching any whispers that are going around, anything that he could pay attention to, help out with, or any need that may arise.
As you walk around the court of air, you see one of the students, one of the witnesses robed in purple. One of the witnesses robed in purple approaches you and says, "Hello, settle a bet for me and my friends. If you had to preserve knowledge, wisdom, or truth at any cost, is it therefore then lawful to sacrifice your morality to uphold those two?" He appears a little inebriated, but looks you up and down as you appear as a person of authority.
I don't believe so. I think that wouldn't be very wise to do. It would come back and bite you in a different way. I think There is free thinking and curiosity in it, but I would never go that far to say that it's okay to sacrifice morals and for the sake of it.
Isn't it true that knowledge, wisdom, and truth informs our morals? The more we know, the more we understand. We updated our morals over time.
Um, no, I believe that morals have been instilled since the beginning. And yes, as certain opinions might have changed, I don't believe that the inner workings of the universe have changed.
You start to sound like one of those old faith preachers.
Oh, I don't know much about that. I try to do what's right in the moment.
He sees that Sylvia is approaching and he raises up a hand and says, "Well, thank you for your wonderful insight. I'll now go impress my professors with what I do know." Oh, speaking of, he scurries away and Sylvia sees and says, "He talks a lot in class."
You can call it talking. It sounds like rambling to me.
It's as if he's trying to figure out what he believes in using my class as a platform for doing so. Sterling, what do you find yourself doing this evening?
Oh, I'm just following the stars, following my nose, seeing where the night takes me. I find myself quite restless.
There is someone who wishes to see you. They did not wish to come into Balltop Library. They're outside beyond the wall. Um, I myself will accompany you, as well as two mages, in case anything comes untoward. Do you think you need to bother the other two bookends?
Oh no, Hawkins deep in his gadgetry, and Vaughn's off training somewhere. I think I heard them end his for the night. So no, I think I can with you and two mages. No, I feel safe.
You will do all right. He called you by name, fit your description perfectly, and claimed he was, by name, Sasha of the Delvers. She walks along with you. She pauses for a minute, allowing you to speak first. But in case there was too long of a pause, she starts to open her mouth and speak. How do you proceed?
Oh, she's the Delvers. Wow, that's something I haven't heard of in a while. No, yeah, yeah. I guess we should attend to that.
So you are familiar with them.
Yeah, you could say that. They're familiar with me too.
Very well. Would you like privacy when upon speaking with this person, this Sasha?
Yeah, yes. If you don't mind, that'd be great, Sylvia. Well, thank you. Thanks for looking out for me.
Absolutely. We will remain in contact within earshot. She leads you outside, down below the cliffs, and you start to get off the path that runs parallel to the walls of Baldtop Library. When you move down the cliff, Sylvia waits behind some rocks, and the two mages are not within sight. She motions to you towards a single figure who's wearing a fish scale robe, his cowl above his head. Strong and muscular he appears, though completely unadorned, except for some small coverings covering his waist and the fish scale robe. He carries with him a large spear slung across his back. As you approach, he turns and looks at you, and indeed it is Sasha, one of the partners in the Delver. As a Triton, he appears as a strong, fit man, scales on his skin and gills behind his ears, his eyes black as the night, and his lips pursed tight. He looks at you. "Well, Starling, very good to see you again." "Of all the places, I did not expect to find you here, and save it were not for that note you left for us, I could not have found you. I would have spent my time wasting away in Boshen. How goes your day?"
Are you not cold? It's a bit chilly out here.
"Please, there's nothing that 30,000 feet could not prove to be more dangerous than these chilly winds. In fact, I quite find it a little bit repulsive being this high above elevation. But cold? No, nothing is cold except the news I bring you. But before I begin, Kondo-san wants to know how you are faring."
Oh, he asked after me specifically.
Specifically, for, to be quite honest, we all had a bet on whether or not you'd be alive by now. I will tell you as a confidant that you were sent on a fool's errand to go investigate Boshen.
The the Kondo-san knows plenty well of the tradings and going on there.
Sasha, did you bet on me being alive or me being dead?
You know me as well as anybody that I do not take the time to place bets. I
Oh,
simply let the chips fall where they may. And if I did bet against you, my friend, I would not disclose that to you in person.
okay. Because I'm technically both. Because I did die, but I'm here still.
Can you give me an account of what happened, keeping in mind that Kondo-san asked you to go to Boshin and investigate the trade options? Were you
Yes.
successful?
Um, I mean, I went into a store, but and I spoke to a few people. I started to make contacts, and I had every intention of letting him know. But I got mixed up, and it wasn't long until everything went a little south, and yeah, I was defending a shopkeeper, and these arcanists, they just started firing missiles at me out of nowhere, and yeah, they hurt a lot, and I just remember everything going black, and then waking up outside of Ocean, in the mud and in the muck, but awake and alive. But I had a sense that something wasn't quite right with me, and so I kind of wanted a bit of a daze, but I met this man while I was in town called Halil, and he wanted to teach me about this stuff and give me
I
knowledge. Oh,
pause
sorry.
you for a second. You're speaking so intense. You need to tell me. So you were successful in the mission and that you encountered a shop owner. And the shop owner, what did he specialize in?
He had supplies for adventuring and wares for travel, and he was.
This was the first shop you stopped at.
Yeah, yeah, it was
You,
the first shop.
okay. You know, there is hard ways that I can word this in a way that does not deem you incompetent.
Mm.
A favorite word of Kondo-san's. Nevertheless, I asked you to proceed. This Halal, was he an important person, no?
Yeah, he was recruiting people to Bolt Up and sent me for information to gather information on the surface. And he told me of this wonderful library. And you know how much I love the books back home and spending time and learning so that I could be, the most use to most people. And so I figured, it was part of the mission to learn more. I mean, this was a place of knowledge. Everyone who was the smartest of the smart gathered here and brought it to all kinds of things. And I've been able to study and learn, and it could benefit the Delvers. It can. I mean, yeah, that's why I left you a message.
Make your persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Wow. With a total?
With a total of 23.
Very good. All right. So, uh, after all your flabbery, you cut quickly to the chase and speak the magic words. Oh, it's hello. Favorite information. This bolt top, we have researched it. We know it very well and indeed trade with it. You have gained access here. Do you have any sort of status?
I'm called a bookend, actually.
Bookings. Ah, yes.
I'm sort of, like back in Marantorm where there's military and they protect from, anything that bad could come out of, the underwater plane. I kind of protect the knowledge and protect any outside influences over the place. Yeah, it's quite fascinating, really. They've given me these robes that change colors. I can go anywhere. I'm kind of my own authority. Of course, Kondo-san is my authority, but yeah, it's refreshing.
He reaches into his bag and pulls out some shrimp, begins picking on them and then spitting the skins out into the sea. So this bookend that comes with privileges, it comes with authority. I have to ask this question. Settle a bet for us. What did Halal see in you?
Oh, yeah. Well, really, it was just the childlike wonder of being, learning, of meeting new things. It was that he. I don't really know. He kind of questioned it there at the end.
Let me tell you something. I'll tell you this as a confidant. Sterling, you sell yourself short too often. I would not tell anybody that someone doubted you when they put you in a clear position of authority. Makes them look crazy or makes you look like a liar.
Mm.
You are either another, unless this man is crazy himself. I'll
Mm.
leave that out of my report. Tell
please.
Kondo-san that you decided to operate under a certain directive and redirecting your thoughts away from Boshin and putting your activities into becoming a Secret Service agent for this vault-up library.
Yeah, that sounds better. That makes me feel a lot better about my decisions. I mean, it wasn't really much of a choice. Seems as I died and everything, but
Yeah,
um,
tell me about this. So you died.
yeah, I did on that floor. I felt the pain, and I saw this person with a long robe kind of walk over me, and I don't remember much, but I do remember a voice. It's an older lady's voice, and it kind of asking me questions, and then there was a large diamond and pain. The pain all came back, and next thing I knew, I was being nudged by Halal's brother Haleth, and yeah, he took us to the Laughing Ghost Inn, where we started our adventure.
His eyebrows furrows them for a bit as if he's thinking. He grips his spear tightly from his side and says, "You're well protected here, I see, but I will say no more. What you just indicated requires a personal visit with Kondo-san. I assume you will agree.
Um, yeah, yeah, of course, yes. He's my authority. Yes.
Let us find a pool then.
Okay.
And you know of any pools nearby? Let's look over here." And he points towards the black rocks that are lying at the base near the ocean, and there's a small seawater that is collected, forming a small 3-foot pool.
Yes, that works nicely. Yeah.
All
I like to-
right. He pulls you in closer, and together your feet step in the salty, cold water. You begin to feel it biting around your skin. He takes a vial from his necklace, pops out the cap, and drops one single blue drop into the seawater. Kondo-san, we summon you forth. The water begins rippling, and you feel the rocks begin to slightly vibrate as if attending and pulling and drawing some powerful presence. Within seconds, your eyes are cast upon this seawater that now transforms into a large throne room of coral, surrounded by merfolk swimming, carrying tridents and conches as trumpets. A large dragon turtle of a gargantuan size sits there breathing slowly, his white, lidless eyes peering into the darks and the depths of Marantorm. He exhales. "What is it? Sasha, you call me? Who is that with you? Is it not Sterling, the prodigal son, in whom all hope had been lost? Speak and announce yourself."
Yes, sir. It is me, Sterling. I am alive and well. Um,
"There is a problem," he says, cutting to the chase. "Your Excellence, Most High Kondo-san. He possibly has been compromised due to him dying, being taken captive while he's in Boshin and waking up in a strange field with very little recollection of what happened." Kondo-san steps forward strongly, getting closer to the scrying, and you can see his large nostril that could swallow your body. His eye peers into the sea glass as if he was looking right up at you and says, "I will determine if there's a possibility. Speak, Sterling, your case. Is it not true that you died with very little recollection of what happened?"
yes, sir. That is true. I have told Sasha everything I know. I was mortally wounded with some magic that racked my body with pain, and then I had small recollection of someone picking me up and moving me, and then next thing I knew, I was in a field in the mud, in the dirt.
This is most incomprehensible and unfathomable that you allowed yourself to fall into enemy hands and allow your mind and body to be compromised. There is very little I can do from here, and Sasha does not have the appropriate measures to delve deep into your body and soul to determine your alignment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I understand.
An agent, a merfolk, large blue hair, with sparkling diamonds embedded into her skin. She bows forth and begins to whisper slightly into the dragon turtle's ear. He huffs, very accurate, very true. There is a way that I could determine your compromise and your alignment.
I mean, I feel the same.
Feelings are irrelevant.
Yes, sir.
As a Delver, I command you to dip your body into the pool. Sasha, get your fish scale skins away and allow me to concentrate on Sterling's mind.
So you see him do just that, sort of fall down to his knees and gently turn his back and lay in the pool, head up, staring at the stars as he prepares himself to surrender.
And suddenly, as you dip into the pool, you see yourself close to the dragon turtle. His eye glancing over you, never blinking, always staring. Relax your body, empty your mind, relinquish your soul that I may explore what territory may have been marred by evil vices. He shows you. You're lying on a stone-cold stone within a dungeon. There's a woman in the corner with long white hair. White robes, tall, like Sylvia, though her face not turned towards you. A figure stands in the corner and says, "Go to the end of the road. Go to the end of the road." You see a diamond placed on your chest. You hear Kondo-san sigh. Oh, no. Before the diamond is placed on the chest, the white-skinned hand of the woman begins to spill a potion over your head, anointing you and rubbing the oil into your temples. You see a dark hood, faceless, lean over you and begin to whisper. Though the voice is undetectable, you sense a presence in your mind, and you and Kondo-san are standing there in the corners of your mind, and that figure with the hood, the white eyes, begins speaking the word. Kondo-san turns to look at it, walks over to it, the figure disappears. In this small room representing your mind, Kondo-san sighs, and suddenly you are thrust out of the water, barely gasping for breath. The cold air whips against you and bites, and the first thing that catches your eye is a constellation. The Archer, present, ever watchful, looking over you. Sasha pulls you up. Sylvia is now present as well. The two mages standing guard. Sasha says, "He is okay. He is all right. I think the ritual is complete." What happened? What did you? He is just talking to Kondo-san, the excellent leader of the Delvers in Merentorm of Neptunia. Did he not tell you? He said nothing. Wake up. Sylvia standing over you. Sterling, Sterling. Sterling.
Sylvia. Oh. Oh.
Sit up.
Yes. He's shivering. He's just shaking uncontrollably. Yes.
Are you okay? Said
Hmm.
Sylvia. Sasha cut straight to the chase. What did you see?
I saw. I
Sterling.
saw. Yeah.
Do you have to answer that?
He is here to find out from me. He means me no harm. Yes, I will answer. I was inside my mind and cast back to that time that I died, and I saw it all. There was two people. Someone like you, Sylvia, was there, but white hair, old, and she was chanting and anointing me and placed a big diamond on my chest. But there was someone else there, that dream that I had, go to the end of the road, and that voice that haunts me. And then we were in my head in a room, and he was there with wide eyes, and Kondo-san dismissed him, but I don't know what it means.
He did not dismiss the thought. It is still there. That is a memory you have. It is very difficult to erase it, especially from such far distance as you are now. This means he has come. And then Sasha cuts off very quickly and he pulls up a seashell. I am summoned. I am sorry, Sterling, but I must leave immediately. It does not look good. I hope you have friends here. But know that I, for one, always enjoyed our time together.
Does that mean I'm not welcome back?
Welcome is a strong word. It's a big planet. But
I do have friends here, though. I have Hawkins and Vaughn, and yeah, we've been training together, so it's good. I do hope our paths meet again.
your robes look nice. If you're ever in a dorm, you can always come visit, of course. But your access has been denied.
See his shoulders slump. At the same time, there's a slight relief on his face that is kind of closure for him. It was a good time in his life, but it wasn't the best. He's got it a lot better now. And he turns to Sasha and says, well, either way, whatever you need me to say so you can win the bet, I'll say it.
I'll say that you are happily successful in your new life. He smiles at you friendly.
Thanks, Sasha. It meant a lot that you came.
I insisted. He slings the spear back on his back, tightens up his belt, says, farewell to you all. He takes a running dive in the middle of the night, running as fast as he can towards the cliffs, does a complete somersault, perfect swan dive into the ocean. And without a trace, he swims off deep into the Mauve Ocean. Sylvia lifts you up, the two mages, the two wardens, clad in purple, mixed with Sylvia's green, assist you. Sylvia has got you a nice hot cup of tea within the cafe, sitting in a private corner. She says, Sterling, I am worried. I think your time with the Delvers has come to an end. For certain, it seems. But what you experienced in Boshan, what do you think happened? She sits silently, awaiting your understanding of the situation.
I think it aided my time in the Delvers coming to an end. I believe that what the stars are showing me happens for a reason. And I believe that this is where I'm supposed to be. And I have to address those, and I'm sure I'll get a chance soon. But I'm thankful that you were there, Sylvia. I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm on the right path. So I think I've discovered a little bit about my parentage too. I think I may be Genasi. I haven't told this to anybody, and I don't really know what it means. I read a book, but this is if it is, then they spend a lot of time in Boshin. It's a major city, and so I think there's some answers there, but I don't know much about that. Do you?
Smiles and says, I have been meaning to speak with you about that, but I'm glad you brought it up first. I have concluded the same thing. You are of the rare species. Some would call a mutation. Some may call it an evolution. I call it a gift. For we do not understand all the mysteries of the universe, and there's much that is left unexplored. How you came to be a Genasi, I do not know. It is most likely a heritage, of course. And I'm proud. I'm excited. Oh, excuse me. My language is so strong. I am looking forward to seeing what you become. And if I could say, I'm proud to be part of it.
Well, yeah, you're the only one that knows right now, so I'm still trying to work it out. I mean, and you know a lot about me now, Sylvia. But so I know I can trust you. So thank you.
You can. I am a little worried about you, Vaughn, and Hawkins going back into Boshin, but in my meditation time, I have been reminded by the elves who have gone before, the goddess reminding me that at the right time, you will be given what you need to safely go into Boshin. Not without incident, of course. And as much as I want to interfere and provide you with every level of protection, I am restrained by the goddess herself, whose words remind us that patience makes the way. And oftentimes, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So I do not intend anything, but I trust you are on the right path, and at the right time, the bookends will be given what they need.
You and your goddess are very wise. That your words bring me great comfort, and it seems to be okay so far. You know, except for that one time, but I think we're going to deal with that. So, what a night! Here I was just going for a stroll, and
Well, take this at least. Just a memory, a memento from me to you. Will you not? She unclasps a bracelet. It's very simple, gold and silver mixed in with no defining jewels. She hands it to you. It is of elven make.
oh, it's beautiful. It's and I already feel at ease. Yes, I will keep this. Thank you. I will treasure it.
Please do. And keep it close.
And he adds it to his starglass necklace, so it's there. Sea glass. And well, this tea is quite lovely. It's been quite a night, though. I think that my friends might be wondering where I am. They don't know about this Delvers. I wasn't sure how much I can tell them, and now that it's come to a close, I'm not sure if I ever will. But it set me up for good success at Boltop. Everything I learned there is because of, as you said, everything happens, at the right time, and I got a really good start. So, but yeah, I kind of like to keep this to myself. And you?
I could tell stories about all the secrets I've kept throughout the years. But yes, it is good friends that miss you when you are gone. So please, Find them tonight, for I believe you leave shortly. Kalan will be wanting to speak to you.
Okay. Well, I'll give it my best.
As you leave, she... One more thing, Sterling.
Yes, anything.
A wise woman once told me, you simply finish the story when it is done. And that's how you know it's come to an end.
Why does that guy question wisdom and truth and knowledge when he has so much? You are just a fountain of it.
I suppose. She sighs, looks away mournfully and sad, deep into the hearth as you leave. Your footsteps fall ever so softly on the courtyard, now dry. Mysteriously, still, your beard is wet. You head off to your room and close out for the night with the archer watching heavily over you. And so for now, our story concludes.
Every story comes to an ending, so for now we must conclude. Thank you for listening, Sojourners. Your attention will not go unrewarded, and we look forward to continuing this adventure. If you enjoyed this background music and ambiance, you should visit Tabletop Audio. Find them at www.tabletopaudio.com. And thank you to all the listens for the year. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for a summation of the success of the Sojourners Awake podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe and share with a friend who you think would enjoy storytelling podcasts. And as always, Sojourner, may your story continue.